Welcome to Light TV Main News, today the 12th of February in the year 2026. The quote of the day, salvation comes only through faith. The headlines, cholera recoveries continue to rise as no new deaths reported. 8-month-old fatally injured by father with shovel. Zambia under-20 targets Uganda victory. With the news in detail, my name is Martin Lutona. Minister of Information and Media and Chief Government Spokesperson Mr. Cornelius Mwetwa engaged media aides today at the Lusaka Government Complex. He emphasized that the TV levy, currently 5 kwacha, should only be increased for justifiable reasons, noting citizens already pay up to 1,200 kwacha for similar content. Mr. Mwetwa urged all media, particularly public outlets, to provide balanced election coverage to ensure free, fair and credible elections. He stressed that the government will not interfere with professional media operations, with the Independent Broadcasting Authority overseeing compliance where necessary. The minister added that effective public media can strengthen citizen trust and enhance government credibility. More in this report.
I wish to begin by expressing my sincere gratitude to the heads of public media institutions for their visit to their office, which has given me an opportunity to appreciate the operations of public media in Zambia and also to appreciate the opportunities and challenges that are available and all they face. As you are all aware, the policy of the New Dawn government is that public media must be allowed to operate without any form of interference. President Hakainde Hichilema and his administration will continue with this policy because our firm belief is that public institutions such as yours must be allowed to do their job professionally and diligently, devoid of interference from any quarter or quarters of our society. It is important, therefore, to state here that public media plays an important role in projecting government agenda to uplifting the livelihoods of our citizens through various projects, programs, and interventions that government puts in place or implements.
Zambia's strong kwacha performance is being credited to robust growth in the mining sector. Speaking at the 2026 Zambia Breakfast Meeting in Cape Town, Minister of Mines and Minerals Development Mr. Paul Kabuswe reviewed that copper export revenues have surged by 64%, boosting foreign exchange inflows and supporting currency stability. The minister said increased production, renewed investor confidence, and improved operations across key mines have strengthened the country's economic outlook. He also reaffirmed government's reforms aimed at maintaining positive GDP growth and creating a stable investment environment. Stanbic Bank CEO Mr. Mwindwa Siakalima praised the government's role in resolving sector disputes and emphasized strategic partnerships as key to Africa's mining future. More in this report.
On our way to the 3 million. It means a lot of work for bankers. It means a lot of work for exploration. It means logistics. Now, we are very, very prepared for the 3 million tons. Today, as we speak, all the 6 borders, these 6 honorable minister, Copperbelt, please help me. How many borders are we working on?
On the Copperbelt, we are working on 3.
3.
Yeah, and then Northwest and also 3.
Yes, so 6. we are already preparing these borders for the 3 million tons. We are not only modernizing the borders, but we're also doing the roads that goes to these borders. Roads that were forgotten, like the Ndola, Mufulira Ndola, Sakanya. All these borders we are busy working because we know that pulling 3 million tons will require proper logistics, road infrastructure.
Zambia has reaffirmed its commitment to inclusive social development at the 64th session of the United Nations Commission for Social Development in New York. From 2nd to 10th of February, Zambia actively participated under the theme Advancing Social Development and Social Justice through Coordinated, Equitable and Inclusive Policies. Permanent Secretary for Community Development, Ms. Angela Kawandami, highlighted Zambia's progress in expanding social protection, promoting youth employment, advancing gender equality, and strengthening services for persons with disabilities. On the sidelines, Zambia held strategic meetings with UN officials and partner countries, exchanging experiences on child protection, social service reforms, and multidimensional poverty strategies. The Commission concluded by adopting key resolutions on care and support systems, reinforcing global commitments to dignity, gender equality, and inclusive social policies. Zambia continues to champion coordinated, people-centered social development at both national and international levels. More in this report.
On social development was actually building up to the political declaration from the World Social Summit that was in Doha last year. The highlights for Zambia are really that we are actually looking at social development not in isolation for any country, but for all the countries to increase cooperation, even as we increase inter-ministerial cooperation within Zambia. We are all talking about the same things. We need decent work for the youth. We need to increase agricultural production. We need digital access and industrialization. And that will only be achieved by greater international cooperation. And then also there has to be a right to development. Although from this session, we actually came away without agreeing on the right to development as a basis.
Zambia and Israel are strengthening cooperation in innovation, skills development, and advanced technology. Minister of Technology and Science, Honorable Felix Mutati, met with Israel's ambassador, Her Excellency Ofra Fai, to discuss mentorship and capacity building for young Zambian entrepreneurs, as well as technology transfer in agriculture, mining, and energy. Minister Mutati highlighted Zambia's goal to increase mining production to 3 million tons and advance satellite applications for national development. Ambassador Fai described the partnership as a win-win opportunity and pledged Israel's support in implementing practical programs to boost Zambia's innovation and technology sector. More in this report.
We have discussed with Israel's cooperation in skills, appropriate skills, in particular to reflect the targets that we have set for ourselves. For example, in mining, we want to mine 3 million tons. Now, in order to arrive at that level, you need appropriate and innovative skills to underpin, those targets.
I really like your ideas of cooperation in the different fields of capacity building in the field of technology, mentoring the young entrepreneurs, the satellites and cybersecurity. All those issues, Israel is very strong. We have a very good added value, and people in Israel are keen to cooperate with Zambia, especially now after the opening of the embassy, the mutual visits of the presidents. There is a lot of interest on how to cooperate, how to move forward and how to engage with programs here in Zambia. So I think from my point of view, it's a win-win situation. We will be more than happy to partner with the ministry, together with your other partners, and to add, now that we're sitting here, our added value to those areas and arguments that are in.
We'll take a set of commercials for now. Join me on the other side with more news. Stay tuned.
This is Breaking Free.
I have to say, mental health was not my first choice.
Okay.
So this is my second career. I was very fortunate when I came out of school. I went into a career in marketing, advertising and sales.
Because I was a pastor and a businessman. So every time when I go for business dinners with my clients, some of them would say, no, just drink a little bit of wine.
Yeah. So again, if we are focused on areas that are negative, we are focused on our anxieties, it's going to perpetuate negativity. Remember that you have worth, you are worth it, and you are loved.
If you are a prostitute and you condemn yourself, you beat yourself down, go to church anyway. If you're a criminal, you're a robber, and you think what you're doing is not right, go to church anyway. If at any time you drink, you smoke, and you condemn yourself for that, go to church anyway, because church was meant for you and I, because we are both sinners. On Breaking Free, we hope that one day Zambia shall be sober.
So won't you break free, won't you break free? You don't care.
Autobest Engineering is a fully registered company that has services such as towing service. We have a saloon, we repair cars, we have a car wash.
Barber shop is a top notch.
And many more.
Autobest Engineering is the company which you can rely on. We touch any car. We are just at the corner of Pemba Road and Mosotunya Road. You know what? We deliver the best. Yes, we are growing very fast. It's a top-notch company ever in Zambia. When you come, wherever you are, whether you are in America, you come to visit Zambia, please just go to Google Maps, type Autobest Engineering Group. It will take you where we are. Autobest is a one-stop shop.
Come to Autobest Engineering, where the best is done. If you want to know where we're located along Mosotunya Road, just right at the corner of Pemba Road, Chilende South. If you want to contact us, you can call us on 0977 18 12 73.
Autobest Engineering, doing what we know best.
Thank you so much for still staying with us. We continue with the news. Zambia has recorded 4 new cholera cases in the latest daily update issued on Wednesday, February 11th, 2026. According to the Zambia National Public Health Institute, the cumulative number of cases now stands at 879 since the outbreak was declared on August 5, 2025. Now, no new deaths were recorded in the last 24 hours, leaving the death toll at 16 with a case fatality rate of 1.8%. 4 patients were discharged, bringing total recoveries to 857, while 6 patients were currently admitted or in Lusaka. Lusaka recorded the 4 new cases. Cumulatively, Bulungu leads with 387 cases, followed by Lusaka at 186 and Insama at 161. A total of 3,706 573 people have been vaccinated as response efforts continue. Tragedy has struck in Misundu Ndola on the Copperbelt, where an 8-month-old baby girl has died following an alleged domestic violence incident involving her parents. The infant, identified as Nandi Zulu, reportedly sustained fatal injuries after being hit on the head with a shovel by her father, David Zulu, during a marital dispute with her mother. The incident occurred on February 10th around 2 a.m. at the family home. Neighbors rushed the child to Arthur Davison Hospital, but she was later pronounced dead. Police responded to the scene, processed it, and the body has been deposited at Ndola Teaching Hospital mortuary, pending a post-mortem examination. Police spokesperson Godfrey Chilabi says the motive behind the attack is still unclear. The suspect is currently on the run and police are working to apprehend him. Anyone with information on the suspect's whereabouts is urged to come forward as investigations continue into this tragic incident. More in this report.
The Zambia Police Service in Ndola district has launched a manhunt for David Zulu of Misundu area in Ndola, who is alleged to have murdered his 8-month-old female child, identified as Nandi Zulu. The incident is alleged to have occurred on February 10, 2026, around 02 hours at the family residence, following a marital dispute between the suspect and his wife, the child's mother. During the altercation, the suspect allegedly hit the infant on the head with a shovel, causing fatal injuries. With the help of neighbors, the child was rushed to Arthur Davison Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Police officers responded to the incident and the scene was processed. The body of the deceased has since been deposited at Ndola Teaching Hospital mortuary, awaiting post-mortem examination and burial. The motive behind the incident has not yet been established and remains under investigation. The suspect fled the scene and is currently on the run, with efforts underway to apprehend him. The Zambia Police Service is appealing to members of the public who may have information regarding the suspect's whereabouts to come forward and assist with the investigation. Thank you.
Impasse has engaged journalists in Eastern Province to enhance reporting on sexual and reproductive health and rights for women and girls. The international non-governmental non-profit-making organization, working in partnership with the Ministry of Health, says no woman should risk her life due to lack of access to safe reproductive health services. Policy and Advocacy Advisor for IPAS Southern Africa, Thomas Banda, says the organization is part of the Wish 2 Project Consortium, which includes the International Planned Parenthood Federation, the Planned Parenthood Association of Zambia, Options, and Johns Hopkins University. Mr. Banda says the project is being implemented in Vubwi, Lusangazi, Lundazi, and Chipata, with additional activities in Mambwe, Chasefu, Chadiza, Lusangazi, and Sinda districts, targeting areas with high teenage pregnancies. Meanwhile, consultant Dr. Felix Kunda says a media training workshop running from February 11th to 13th, 2026 at Benzu Lodge in Katete District aims to equip journalists with specialized skills to promote accurate and right-based reporting. More in this report. A tobacco farmer has urged lawmakers to reconsider the tobacco bill, warning of its potential economic impact on rural communities. Brian Apunda says thousands of rural households depend on tobacco cultivation for survival and cautions that stricter regulations could undermine farmers' incomes and destabilize entire communities. Mr. Apunda explains that reduced demand would affect the entire supply chain, including distributors and retailers, and could lead to factory closures and widespread unemployment. He further warns that weak enforcement against the smuggling poses a serious threat, noting that once legal production declines, illicit trade quickly fills the gap. Mr. Apunda says Zambia must balance public health concerns with economic realities and carefully weigh the long-term consequences of the bill to avoid deepening poverty and repeated challenges seen in countries such as South Africa. More in this report.
As a tobacco farmer, I want to call upon His Excellency Hakainde Hichilema and our parliamentarians to reconsider passing the tobacco bill that is before them. For passing this tobacco bill will have strong effects on the tobacco industry in Zambia and on the farming sector. As you may be aware that the tobacco industry employs thousands and thousands of young people, and that many of our tobacco farmers rely on tobacco farming for income and for supporting their families. So passing stricter tobacco regulation will mean that many tobacco farmers will be pushed out from farming, and many young people, the consequences will be that many young people will lose their jobs who are involved in farming, who are employed by tobacco farmers. At a time when our country is grappling with high unemployment levels, we want to call upon the government to save and help protect the job industry for the young people and save the tobacco industry and our farmers from collapsing. Passing this tough tobacco regulation will mean that it will encourage illicit trade of tobacco in our country, and as such it's going to push away tobacco buyers from our industry, tobacco players from our industry, and that this will have negative consequences of black market in our country.
We'll take another set of commercials for now, and join me on the other side with more news in sports and international. Stay tuned.
Your latest news.
The report was made by Mr. Abu Gujar, a 37-year-old Indian national residing in Olympia.
Top happening stories.
SDG number 6 on water and sanitation.
Community update.
Zambia and the nation at large is still mourning the death of the 60th Republican president.
Business news.
From here, there's going to be a great multiplier effect.
On the sport crossovers of awaiting that the body would come back.
Kaji Mwambelako! And a very good race, and we as a country are very proud of the works that he has done.
Kodi Mwambelako! Get in touch with our news team on the numbers on your screen. Yes, Kodi Mwambelako. We are in your face. We are closer to you. Light TV is a footway away from you. Kodi Mwambelako! Zambia's trusted TV broadcaster. Are you a small business and want to grow? On Light TV, you too can sell. Make big earnings. Tap into the market. It's on fire, rolling and tasty. Irenda, irepia. Call our marketing team and be a part of this exciting offer. Revamp your business, re-strategize, and let our creative team take your business to the next level. Call the numbers on the screen now so that we can take your business to another level. Ilenda Ilipia, exclusive to Light TV.
Thank you so much for still staying with us. We continue with the news, and in sports, Zambia's under-20 women's football team says it is ready to deploy improved tactics as it faces Uganda in the second leg of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier. Coach Florence Mwila says the technical bench is preparing the team to play a possessive game to counter Uganda's physical and fast-paced approach. Defender Kampamba Mulenga has expressed confidence, saying the team is determined to secure victory at home. The decisive encounter will be played this Saturday at Levi Mwanawasa Stadium in Ndola. Fans are being encouraged to turn up in numbers, bring their partners and friends, and celebrate Valentine's Day with a win at Levi Mwanawasa Stadium. More in this report.
Valentine's, come and celebrate your Valentine's with us at Levi Mwanawasa. Come and celebrate your Valentine's with us at Levi Mwanawasa. There's a word celebrate. Yes, celebration only comes with what? A win. Come and celebrate with us at Levi Mwanawasa. Come and celebrate with us at Levi Mwanawasa. Come with your partner, come with your family, as we all celebrate the Love Day.
Copper Queens coach Nora Auto has named a 23-member final squad for the 2026 COSAFA Women's Championship set for February 18th to March 1st in Polokwane, South Africa. Defending champions Zambia are drawn in Group B alongside Zimbabwe, Botswana and Eswatini. The tournament will serve as preparations for the 2026 Women Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco, which kicks off on March 17th. The squad blends experienced players such as Rachel Kundananji, Rachel Nachula, Kabache Mpopo, and Azel Nali, with emerging talents including Messi Chipasula and Margaret Gondwe. 11 teams will compete, with matches played at Sheshego Stadium and the old and new Peter Mokaba stadiums. Zambia opens its campaign against Botswana on February 18 at 15 hours before facing Zimbabwe and later Eswatini. The top teams are best run-ups and best run-ups who advance to the semi-finals. Zambia were COSAFA champions in 2022 and 2024 and runners-up in 2023. In international news, Israeli President Isaac Herzog has ended a contentious 4-day visit to Australia marked by large pro-Palestine protests and heightened security in major cities including Sydney, Canberra and Melbourne. Herzog was invited by Australian leaders to offer comfort to the Jewish community after a deadly anti-Semitic mass shooting in Sydney in December that killed 15 people. However, thousands of demonstrators took to the streets, accusing him of complicity in the ongoing Gaza war and denouncing his visit, with some protesters labeling him as a war criminal. Authorities maintained tight police control, with dozens arrests in Sydney during clashes. On his final day in Melbourne, Herzog addressed the Jewish community's leaders under heavy security, reaffirming solidarity and rejecting allegations against him, while also warning that anti-Semitism in Australia was frightening, even as he said most Australians seek peace. Despite the protests, Australian and Israeli officials emphasized the importance of strengthening dialogue and addressing community concerns as Herzog prepares to depart. That note brings us to the end of the main news, but before we go, a recap of the headlines. Cholera recoveries continue to rise as no deaths reported. 8-month-old fatality injured by father with shovel. Zambia under-20 targets a Uganda victory. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and God bless you even as you watch Light Television, inspiring transformation every day. Bye-bye.